Okay, I'm back in Sweden, and now I'm actually in Vallelunga, where I'm born, raised, and where I also do live. It's quite small town and nothing special, but it's always nice to be back here and with all your friends and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, to come to a completely new circuit is always a bit of a gamble, you know. It's a combination of being prepared and to have also a bit of luck, I think, because you have no idea how the tarmac is like, and the tarmac is always different on every circuit, and sometimes it just doesn't work with your setup. And I was quite convinced that we would do really well, because we have been able to fight for wins on almost every circuit. But yeah, we didn't really manage to get the right setup, and when you don't have that extra confidence, it's really hard to do a really good performance. And I think we had to be happy with being second best this weekend, because I think Prema had a little bit too much advantage on their home circuit, so which was quite expected as well. But yeah, and I think to learn the track didn't really take a long time. It took more or less 5 laps, and I felt like I could really push to the edge on the circuit. So yeah, but I think we did well anyways, but it's hard to expect too much things when you come to a completely new place for both the driver and the team. So yeah, you know, going into qualifying, we were struggling a bit the first day on the free practice, but I think we made really good steps towards the qualifying, and I could feel already in the first and second lap that I had a really good improvement in my setup, and I really felt like, yeah, now I can finally push for a good lap. And I did 2 laps, and then I just went a little bit wide on that curb in turn 8 and broke my suspension. I still cannot believe that it happened, but it's such a small thing that just ruined the whole qualifying and made me starting 27th in both race 1 and 2, and then 13th in the third race. And you know, when you sit in the gravel trap and you know that the qualifying is over for sure, it's very easy to just break down and to give up. But I think at that point you have to decide that either you give up, or you just, you know, you give 110% and just show everyone that you can really fight back from such a hard position. And that's what I think I never really thought about giving up. I just decided to, you know, I'm really gonna show them that I can do this, and this is not gonna be where I lose the championship, because that would be just too, yeah, I couldn't take that. So yeah, I think that just triggered me a little bit extra for the races. Yeah, you know, to start from the back of the grid it takes a lot of planning and timing to manage to pass so many people, and it doesn't really, only the pace you have doesn't really matter in the beginning. It's more about being at the right time and in the right moment, and to read all the situations that's going on in front of you. And you know, for example, when 3 guys are fighting into a corner, you can either try to overtake as well, or you can just be clever and then have a good exit and maybe overtake all 3 of them in the end of the corner. So it's a bit of that you have to think. You also have to take a lot of risks, because you have nothing to lose basically. So in the start of the second race, for example, a lot of people were slowing down because Marcello stalled on the grid. And in that moment I just decided to go flat and to find a gap somewhere. I think I had 2 wheels on the grass, but still and that made me overtake about 10 guys before the first corner. So it's always a mix between taking a risk and being clever, and also to be quick in the first lap and the first couple of laps. That's where the majority of the overtakings are being done. And then after that, I think, you know, it's more like a normal race where you maybe can do 1, 2, 3 overtakings, but not really more than that, because in the end you also destroy your tires a bit and you lose your pace. So it has to be done really quickly, and it was a lot of fun. And I think I was really, you know, I always seem to perform well when I'm a bit angry and a bit disappointed on myself, so that also helped a bit. I just, you know, had to get through, but still in a controlled way. So that it was really, really nice. I just tried to have fun. It was, yeah, at least something came out from it. Yeah, you know, it's a question I've been having since more or less the beginning of the year. It's always been up and down with me and Marcello every race, more or less, and the gap has been extended and then closed all the time. So I think, you know, we have seen that anything is possible. We can change like 50 points easily during one weekend. So for sure nothing is lost, or it's still a chance for anything to happen. But I'm just gonna have the normal approach to have fun and to just do my thing in Hockenheim. By the way, this is where I went to school back in the days. Yeah, to just come there and try to do a normal race, nothing special. I think, as I said many times, every time you start to think about the championship, that's when you start to get nervous and do mistakes. And sometimes it's inevitable, you know. Everyone knows that you're fighting for a championship, and in the end, you have to, you know, face it sometimes. But I'm just gonna go there and with nothing to lose. I secured the second place in the championship now, so I really don't have anything to lose. I will just try to make my best weekend there, and really look forward to coming back to the DTM paddock again, and everything should be normal, and it feels almost a bit like a home race in Hockenheim. So yeah, it should be nice.